Hi everyone. Is that food? Yeah. It's food. I got some Mountain Dew. This is Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. 0 calories, 0 carbs. A little bit of sodium, but it's not too bad. I haven't had actual like soda in so long. Um I'm not really a big soda person, but when I do drink soda, I always prefer the zeros like Coke, Cherry Coke Zero, Dr. Pepper, uh, the cream soda zero. Really good. It's really good stuff. And you go so long without having things with calories in them, like the 0 calorie drinks that when you do taste like a Coke or like a Dr. Pepper, it's a little much, you know. You It's way too much. It's like overpowering the sugar. But anyway, this is really good because I like 0 calorie drinks. If I'm gonna have a soda, I'd rather it be 0 calorie. And these might look like Doritos, okay, but they're not. These are Quest. They're Quest chips. They're tortilla-style protein chips, and they're made with, I don't know what they're made with. They're made with something. It's not, but it's easier on the carb count. It's only 4 carbs for the entire bag. 0 carbs, 4 carbs. If you're counting carbs or calories, or it's a nice little. I haven't really eaten much today. All I've had is a grilled chicken salad really early today, and I was kind of low energy. I almost didn't even start a stream because I was like kind of woozy. So that's why the music's been going on for a bit. I didn't play the regular intro music because I needed a second to kind of get some energy and get some chips or something, just something in my system. But yeah, it's been good. Anyway, I hope all of you are doing well today. My name is Mr. Cropper. I do teach a class here on my YouTube channel. Generally, I try to stream twice a day, 5 days a week, Wednesday through Sunday. I haven't really kept up a good schedule, so I can't honestly say 2 to 4 and 8 to 10 like I've been known to do.
I'd love penis, 'cause I fancy one.
Wow.
Anyone.
Way too loud.
Joe Biden fell for the second time. Lol 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 lol.
I'm just a dumb redhead ginger. You better run. I watch your soul. I'm just a pale freckled ginger.
Hey
Can we
buddy,
not
happy
make fun of
Saturday. I now have the Shrek and Moon Chodis in my possession. I wanted to also say that I received your personal note, and while I appreciate the invitation, I'm just not into you that way. I thought I made it clear. No homo.
I am cow, I am cow, I am
Right.
cow, hear me moo.
I started.
I wish there was nothing bad to say about hairy legs swole video, but when you get cranky and throw a hissy fit saying I pooped my pants and where's the orange flavored ginger ice cream, what else can make America the top Beeben sickle winkler to the AAA?
Okay, excuse me. First of all, vacant, whatever your name is, Joe Biden fell for the second time and you're laughing. Why is that funny? Why do you find it funny that a 79-year-old gentleman who has ascended to the highest office, assuming you're from America, in your country, why are you feeling the need to mock him? Have you ever fallen off of a bike? Do you not know that feet can get caught on pedals sometimes? It isn't abnormal. It happens. That can happen, okay? It is not, although Joe Biden is an amazing president, he's still a human. He's still probably pissed the bed at some point in his life. And I'm not talking about since he's become president, okay, like an old man joke, like pissing the bed, blah, blah, blah. That's not what I'm saying. I mean, like, we were all babies once. We all needed our diaper changed at some point. So it's really not funny to mock a fellow person for falling on their bike. And by the way, when you're old, and look, Joe Biden is old, so is Trump. When you're an old person, grandma, grandpa, whatever, great uncle, that's scary. It's scary to fall because you can really break bones. Your bones they grow a lot more brittle with age. And falling for like somebody, my age, or assuming a lot of you are maybe in your late teens, early 20s, maybe some of you are in your 30s. I'm in my late 20s. Falling isn't a big deal. You fall, you get back up. I mean, generally, sometimes it can be bad, but I'm not saying it's never, an issue, regardless of your age. Like, you can still be young and hurt yourself if you fall. But, I mean, when you're an old person, it's a bit dicey. You can really hurt yourself. There's those commercials, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Like Life Alert, things like that. Those little ads you see on TV sometimes if you even watch TV. It's really not funny to mock an old person, an elderly person. Joe Biden is an elderly person. He is. He's elderly. And I'm not being ageist. I'm not mocking him. But I just find it kind of immature of you to like laugh at him like a clown. You're not cute. You're not funny. You're not witty. I'm sure there's 100,000 more jokes on Twitter that are a lot more cleverer than yours. You're using the bare minimum of your brain's capacity to have some creativity to mock somebody. And why are you even using? Why are you choosing to mock someone else? Well, you can always just choose to love your fellow human. I don't know. But maybe you're just not capable of doing that. I don't know. I don't know what your problems are. You know, maybe you're just too flawed or something. Everybody has flaws, but anyway. What was I saying? Based Giga Chat. Hey, buddy. I'm not your buddy. Happy Saturday. Thank you. I now have the Shrek and Moon shows in my possession. I wanted to also say that I received your personal note. And while I appreciate the invitation, I'm just not into you that way. I thought I made it clear. Copper, no homo. That's sweet. That's sweet of you. To appreciate, you know, the invitation. I don't remember sending you any kind of invitation. So I'm being sarcastic. It's not sweet of you to appreciate the invitation. I didn't invite you to do anything. I think what I did was I wrote him a letter. I wrote Basic Giga Chat a letter, but before I did that, I actually traced my hand in a middle finger. I actually put my hand on a piece of paper and carefully drew around it, and then I cut it out so that I could hand deliver. Well, not hand deliver, but because I am not with Basic Giga Chat in person to flick him off, I traced my hand, cut it out, cut my hand on the paper, and I actually drew details like my fingernails on there and like some of the lines on my palm on both sides. So it's like that side's that way, and you can see my finger, you know. So anyway, and I wrote on there, this is why. So I can't be there to tell you to go fuck yourself in person. I wanted to at least send you a middle finger letter. But yeah, go fuck yourself, Basic Giga Chat. You're not funny. I know that you probably think that you are. But, you know, when people are sitting around yelling about how they're a genius or they're funny, they're usually not. If you see somebody yelling about how genius they are or funny they are, ironically, I'm laughing right now. They're usually not that. The louder you have to yell to try to convince people that you're something, it's usually the opposite. You don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe somebody can be a genius and yell about it. Kanye's a pretty creative guy. I think he calls himself a creative genius. And maybe he is one. You know, I like some of the Kanye records. A bit of a cocky guy. But he's also been people have tried to hold him back a lot, so it's understandable you get a little frustrated. You gotta be your own biggest fan sometimes. But yeah, happy Saturday. Ginger Ale is racist. I wish there was nothing bad to say about hairy legs, swole Bideo. You mean Joe Biden? But when you get cranky and throw a hissy fit, saying I pooped my pants. I'm not going to read your comment because it's like, I don't want to lose brain cells. So I'm just going to skip. I'm not going to finish reading that. You're making no sense. You're rambling like a mad. These are like the ramblings of a madman. Okay. What are you saying? Can you get out some kind of semblance? Like, do you have any kind of like thought, a coherent thought that you might want to share with the class? I don't know. No? No, I don't know. Anyway.
I am cow, I am cow, I am cow. Hear me moo.
Lovely. Vacant.
It's funny because he's a terrible president.
Okay, you know what? Let's just get it out of the way. Here, I'll play the video of Joe Biden falling. Let's go ahead and play it. All right.
Gingers have no friends and no one will have sex with them. They come out at night, they creep and crawl. Who does God hate most of all? Gingers. Who should have never been born? Gingers. Who's adopted? Gingers. Who belongs with floating turds in the fucking toilet bowl? Gingers.
75% who voted for Biden voted out of spite for TDS and now see it was a huge mistake. Increase and inflation everywhere. He's backwards for America, not forward with this simp. I stink lot lizards walking around asking for handouts.
Listen, okay,
Here.
Excuse me. First of all, vacant. It's funny because he's a terrible president. LOL. Joe Biden is actually not a terrible president objectively. If you look at it with through an objective lens, Joe Biden is actually an amazing president to handle what he was dealt with. Like, you know, not every president gets held, like, sometimes a previous administration leaves a mess for the following administration, the one that comes in their path, the one that succeeds them, if you want to even use that term, succeeds. There's predecessor and then there's successor. So Joe Biden is succeeding Donald Trump. Donald Trump, well, what can you say about that guy? He was not the best president this country has ever had, and it was in a bit of a mess with COVID, and, you know, this, not just society, like, it was very divided in this country, and Joe Biden, I think, has done a pretty great job considering the country he inherited, you know, the government he inherited. Pardon me, excuse me, from Trump's administration. So it would be really cool if you guys would not use the bot to slander. I don't mind if you use the bots sometimes. If you're actually asking a genuine question and you're not spamming W's or L's or insulting me or my family or sexualizing my wife or insulting the great President Joe Biden. I know that I'm sure a lot of you just love him so much. That's sarcasm. Regardless of your feelings on Joe Biden, at least try to respect him as a human being. You might not agree with his politics. You might not agree with him as a president. Like, you might not like him. A lot of people didn't like Trump, and a lot of people bitched and moaned about Donald Trump when he was in office, and probably still do bitch. Look, I know that I bitched a little bit about Trump, okay? I haven't bitched a lot, but I have bitched a little bit about it, okay? Let me say complained. But, you know, rightfully so. It wasn't like my complaints or the complaints of others about Donald Trump, were not unwarranted. Donald Trump was not a good president. He was a terrible president, an awful president, one of the worst presidents that we probably ever had in the history of this nation. Joe Biden, however, Joe Biden is an incredible president. I think he has handled the situation very well, and considering his age, which is, you know, he's getting up there, it is what it is. Just let the man do his job. Stop mocking him. Let's be gentlemen. Let's be kind people. Let's practice kindness. One moment. Aubrey? But yeah, like, we should practice kindness, you know. But anyway.
I'm just a dumb redhead ginger.
And you know what? No, actually, no. Don't use the bot, as a matter of fact. No.
I'm just a pale, freckled ginger.
When I said I don't mind you using the bot, no. Don't use the bot. I don't want you using the bot at all. Okay? Because I would rather not be talked over on my own stream. Okay, they can't. I literally just...
If something happened to
Bit
Trump,
of a delay,
you would have
whatever.
mocked him.
Have I ever... Okay, excuse me. I'm trying to respond to somebody. I'm actually trying to respond to somebody. Okay, so first of all, okay, let me finish responding to the other people. Ginger Ale is racist. 75% who voted for Biden voted out of a... Excuse me, I'm sorry. Well, I'm actually not sorry. 75% who voted for Biden... This is from Ginger Ale is racist. 75% who voted for Biden voted out of spite for TDS. I don't know what that means. Is that Trump derangement syndrome? Is that what you're referencing? And now see it was a huge mistake. Are you saying that people regret voting against Trump? Do you really think that? Increase in inflation everywhere. I don't even know what that means. He's backwards for America, not forwards. Not forward. With the stink lot. I'm not going to finish reading that. You're just talking about lot lizards, and that's insulting and sexist. So I'm going to ignore that. Base Giga Chad. Hey, Copper, I want to clear the air. Joe Biden is a fit dude and did not actually fall off his bike. Here's the proof, Base Giga Chad said. Let's see. Well, first of all, hold on. Wait, there's this video here, okay? This is a video with Joe Biden falling, alright? This is a different... Wait, there's a couple videos, apparently. He didn't even fall. He didn't fall. Not a single... And besides, it's raining outside. It says Joe Biden stumbles and almost falls over again. Oh, well. I just don't understand why that's even... Like, why is that new? Why is that on the... 2.1 million views? Really? Folks, it's just... It's not cool to mock somebody. Like, this isn't funny to make fun of. President Biden falls down walking up the steps of Air Force One. I mean, that's... You don't think Donald Trump... Like, people... They're humans. They're human beings. Things like that happen. Look, that's a... See, there's nothing wrong with that. And there he does his salute. What a gentleman. What a gentleman, that guy. What a gentleman, that guy. Wait, what's this now? Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm not laughing at Joe. Okay. Or President Biden, pardon me. Well, not pardon me, but I'm not laughing at that.
I think the voters sent a clear message.
Wait, so that's another guy? Wait, he's... anyway. Anyway... Look at that. See, that's a good guy, right? Okay. Why is it just repeating? Why did that need... Why was that really worth repeating 3 different times? Number 2 on trending, almost 1 million views. Lovely. Lovely.
Mr. President, made up Dr. Biden, how was the anniversary?
I'm good. Yeah.
Keep up the good work.
See, he said he's fine.
I keep wanting to take these things off. I got my foot caught in it.
He said he got his foot caught, people.
President, made up your mind on China tariffs, Mr. President?
And I'm ready to go. All right, guys. See you.
Oh, look, he starts driving away. What's this video that Giga Chad sent? What is this, Giga Chad? Anyway, that wasn't very funny, Giga Chad, so I don't know why you sent that. Vacant, if something happened to Trump, you would have mocked him? No, I don't know about that. Anyway, Golden Golf Cart said, eat a salad for once. You're big. That's like all I've eaten today is a grilled chicken salad. Which is partly why I'm fucking starving right now. Like, I'm really hungry. Like, really hungry. I'm not really into these chips right now either. I don't really want them. I know that might sound privileged. But anyway. So as
You're getting to be a
Okay,
big
I need to
boy.
start the stream now, so I need you guys to stop.
I'm just a kid who's 4. Each day I grow some more. I like exploring. I'm Caillou. So many.
Copper, we need you to show us the rear end of that punching dummy. We need to make sure you didn't carve a bussy in it.
The rear end of the dummy behind me? No, I didn't carve a bussy. Are you saying a butt pussy? A bussy? What are you saying? That sounds. Don't talk like that, please. Let's. Hey, how about this? Can everybody agree to stop using adult language like that, or not adult? That's actually not adult language. I would say that's vulgar. It's vulgarity. And I would appreciate it if you would not do that. Okay? Just chill out. Anyway. Dustin, Copper, we need you to show us the rear. No, I already responded to that. No, there's no bussy carved into the back of the dummy. That's a punching dummy. It's for boxing training. I don't know if any of you have forgotten this, but I actually am fighting the travel vlogger, who's a YouTuber. You may have heard of this guy. His name's Harold. I'm fighting him next November. Actually, I'm pretty excited about it, and because I am gonna win. I did win the last time I fought another. Do you want to call him an internet personality? I don't know. Well, not do you want to call him that, but is Gavin McInnes an internet personality? I don't know. How do you summarize him? How do you define him as in terms of like their position or their career? Well, not position, but anyway. I don't need to define him. That's not. I'm not interested in defining these people. It's not what I'm here to do. I'll say Gavin is a clown, kind of like you. If you're a hater of mine, class clown, someone who just disrupts these classes for no fucking good reason. But anyway, I did actually win that fight technically. I have been told that if it was an actual like official match kind of type thing, like in the octagon or like in a boxing ring, and like not a boxing ring, but like you know what I'm talking about. Well, maybe you don't. If it was like a legit boxing, like a professional boxing match, Gavin McInnes would have been DQ'd, disqualified, for the cheap shot that you actually see on camera after they ding the bell for the end of the first round. I think, or maybe it was the second round. It was 3 rounds. It was a 3-round amateur fights are usually. At least from what I remember, around like 3 fights or so, or three rounds for amateur. Anyway, he came up to me and punched me really hard in the back of my head when I was leaning against the ropes, and that was his own people that were hired, his team hired to work there, gave him a strike or something against it, like it counted against him or something, but like. Really, like, who was actually counting? I don't know. So, he's like, you do that again, you're DQ'd or some shit. Like, but that would have probably warranted a DQ immediately. But so technically, I did win, because I fought like a gentleman. I fought fairly. I wasn't interested in cheating. I didn't feel the need to cheat. I'm not a cheater. Cheaters don't win. Cheaters lose. So. If you're like a true athletic person, and you're somebody who, look, I mean, do cheaters really have self-respect? You're cheating yourself out of winning a true, genuine, or like getting a true, genuine victory. But because Gavin secretly had, his hands were single wrapped with the tape that you wear underneath your gloves, your boxing gloves. He chose to do single wrapping. They wrapped my hands up pretty nicely. Well, not pretty nicely, but I'm being sarcastic. And he wore 16-ounce gloves. I've said this before. He says this himself in the little documentary that they did. And he's like, yeah. Like he like brags about cheating. Well, he's saying, of course he's gonna cheat. Kind of scummy, ironic for somebody who founded a group called the Proud Boys. Apparently, I don't know if that's even true or what that whole relationship is, but regardless, I was wearing. They gave me 20-ounce gloves while he wore 16-ounce gloves, so his punches would feel harder than mine. It was like I was punching him with pillows. So he's a cheater, and I won. I won the fight, and you cannot convince me otherwise, because I fought fairly. So, I mean, look, am I intimidating in person? Maybe. Yeah. I mean, he told me some things off camera about being nervous to fight me. In a weird situation, he seemed to be pretty honest about it. He was like, this is after the fight. I was still not. I wasn't very happy with him, but I guess he was just like all happy because he won, even though he didn't win. I didn't say that he won. He didn't win, so don't clip that. But in his mind, or not in his mind, his team was telling him that he won, so he's all happy and everything. I guess I don't know, but he was telling me he told me that I don't want to go into the details about it, so I'm not going to, but because it was a private conversation. But he told me that he was very nervous to fight me because he saw. Again, I'm not quoting him verbatim. I'm paraphrasing. But maybe it was my height. I'm 6'2" in real life. People don't seem to get that I'm a tall person just because you really only see me online and on camera, on screen. I don't know if maybe there's like it's lost in translation, but I'm 6'2". Probably then I was like 240, lean, working out every day for 6 to 7 months, actually really working out hard. And, I still had a gut, but like I had big arms and I was toned, my pecs and everything. So I was a big guy, and he's an older guy. So, and I'm younger, so I have youth on my side. It is what it is. And, I didn't, So anyway, I won the fight because I chose to fight fairly. Regardless of whatever physical advantage I might have, whether it be youth or height or like wingspan, whatever. Look, you choose to fight somebody in a boxing match. If you want certain things, like a certain kind of, not a handicap, like a certain thing to give you an advantage, because like to help kind of balance it out, to kind of like, if I have, what I mean, to kind of help even the odds or balance it, you know what I mean? Oh, that's fine, but like say something in beforehand, and that way both parties can sign off on it. Don't make it some underhanded, cheaty, scummy thing where it's like you're not telling somebody and you're having the people that you hire to officiate the fight put your opponent in some bigger gloves to try to make, increase your odds of winning, because it's just not good sportsmanship. It's not. Whether you like me or not, whether you agree with my politics or not, that's besides the point. If you're an athlete and you want to win and you want to feel good about your victory, you should try to not cheat, because you're going to spoil the whole occasion. You're probably not, maybe you're a fucking narcissist and you only care about getting some fake glory, which is fleeting, by the way. It's like by the next hour, then the moment's over. And then it's going to ruin the whole thing, because then it's like you're a fucking cheater, and that's going to stain you. Not stain you, but like, it's like then in the future, if you play in another competition, are you cheating again? Like, what's going on there? Like, are you a baseball player? Do you want to take steroids? No. Why not? Because you don't want an unfair advantage over other people? Because it'll ruin your legacy, possibly? Cheating's not cool. Cheating is really stupid and lame. And it's unfair, It's not good sportsmanship. So Gavin did not win that fight. You can just cry about it and whine about it and bitch about it all you want to. You're not actually taunting me. You don't bother me when you say Gavin won. I'm just letting you know, so you don't have to waste your time typing all those comments out. Because you're not going to convince me otherwise. Because Gavin chose to cheat and brag about it, basically. So, that's none of my business. I don't care. It's not my business anymore. I don't care. So, he chose to ruin what could have been a fair fight. And you know what? Maybe he could have won. Maybe Gavin could have won. Maybe Gavin could have won in a fair fight. I was punching him pretty fucking hard. I had shorter 16-ounce gloves, and my punches felt a little bit harder. Maybe that makes a big difference. Maybe I knock him out straight up, cold. Maybe I don't. His gloves were 16-ounce. He didn't knock me out. Didn't fucking happen. So. What should the next fight him just be bare knuckle and put me in 16-ounce gloves then? Like, you know, that way my gloves are but then he gets bare knuckles, you know? Doesn't need gloves. He's just it's fucking cheaters, man. Cheaters. Stupid, pathetic cheaters. So, no, Gavin did not win the fight. And I don't have any interest in fighting him ever again. If he asked me to fight him again, I'd probably say no. Unless he, you know, unless it was my people officiating the fight. And by the way, check this out. I wouldn't need to cheat. I would make sure that both gloves were the same size. And there'd be no underhanded tactics. So, you know. And if I lost, hey, well then I would lose the fight, but I'd lose it fair and square. Not because of some cheating thing. There's an asterisk. Gavin did not win. It's like in sports, if you get a championships, and then something comes out and it's like, oh, well, that's an asterisk because it's not like an actual win. It's like, you know, steroids or this or that. They're cheating. They're reading signs, you know, then they... Yeah, so it's just a fucked up... It's not just a fucked up thing. It's just stupid. So anyway, I'm done talking about it. I'm done rambling about it. I've already spent way too much time talking about something that's in the past now. It's stupid. But I just wanted to let you all know. You don't have to continue trying to say Gavin won. You can if you want to. If you want to keep saying Gavin won, you're just salty. You're wrong. But if you want to waste your fucking time typing things out, that does not bother me. You know, I'm just letting you know. There's like a legitimacy to what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to explain to all of you, very stupid people, is that there's actually a legitimacy. Like, there's an actual argument to be made that he did not win the fight because he cheated. So, anyway, moving on. I don't know if y'all can, like, I don't know how much logic y'all have, you know what I mean? I don't know what your comprehension skills are. Not my problem. Anyway. Dustin, Copper, we need you to show us the... Oh, I've already read that. Basically, Chad, actually, I think this is the video you're looking for. Again, he didn't fall.
When it comes to Donald Trump versus me,
what is this?
Just look at us. Who seems to be in shape? Who's able to move around?
What the fuck is this?
Around, the shimmer takes my eye. I lift my head, blinded by the sky.
Again, you're mocking Joe Biden for no good fucking reason. You're all clearly, you're all so obsessed with Joe Biden, aren't you? Like, you love Joe. Do you want to make out with Joe Biden? Drop a 111 in the live chat if you don't like Joe Biden and you want to make out with him. Drop a 111 in the live chat if you want to make out with Joe Biden.
Wobbles McBiden proves that you can forget how to ride a bike. I have never seen a successful attempt at falling upwards on a stairway until now. Thanks to this senile sack of crabs, the USA is on the verge of becoming a second Weimar Republic.
Joe Biden is not a sack of fucking crowds. Okay? So let's maybe not disrespect our president. Okay? Maybe let's
Hey,
not.
Cabbage Cab, let's
Excuse
have
me.
a little fun here. I'm an old class clown that got you to rage quit and spaz out numerous times in the past. Upon the upcoming View Days, I'll reveal my identity to you when a package in the mail comes from me to your PO.
I'm a feminist who said that women being treated unfairly.
Excuse me. I don't. Just shut the fuck up, okay? You're not sending me anything to my P.O. box. It's not gonna happen. Loyal leftist, hey, Mr. Copper, big fan. I found this cool link to celebrate our amazing president. Have a good one as I will continue watching the stream, Ricky B.
Taste me,
You didn't even send a link, so I don't know. There's no video for me to
I'm too
click.
nice.
So
Like
I
to
don't
shout,
know what kind of message that means.
like to scream.
I don't
Raj Cab
know.
of Simpistan and Trump 2024. Raj Cab of Simpistan and Trump 2024. Raj Cab of Simpistan and Trump 2024. Raj Cab of Simpistan and Trump
is not
2024.
going to
Raj
win.
Cab of Simpistan and Trump 2024. Raj Cab of Simpistan.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt.
Are you done? Donald Trump will not run in 2024. And if he does, by the way, he will not win. And let me tell you something else, by the way. I don't think Joe Biden will run in 2024 either. As much as I would like him to, I think that he is probably just on his way out in terms of his presidency. I could be wrong. Maybe he does run again. I don't know. Does Joe Biden intend on running? Will Joe Biden run in 2024? Atlantic writer calls Biden too old to run in 2024. Nobody wants to see Grandpop in the damn cockpit, someone says. Oh, wow. Biden's age has become a major issue for Democrats as 2024 election looms. Democrats face turmoil as concerns mount about Biden's suitability to run in 2024. That's on. Oh, wow. So I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, if Joe Biden ran again. Okay, Google. How old is Joe Biden? 79, right?
Joe Biden is 79 years old.
Right, he's 79 years old. So it's 2022. So he'll be 81 in 2024, possibly? Okay, well. And then by the time that's assuming he wins his second term, by the time that's up, he'll maybe be roughly around 85 years old. It's 5 years shy of 90. Nothing wrong with old people. And by the way, bravo. Good on you for continuing on. I want everybody to do well. But sheesh, That's that's an old president. That might even be the record for oldest president we've ever had. I don't know though. I mean, can't we just get Obama? Can't we just get Obama for a third term? Wouldn't that be cool? Drop a 111 in the live chat if you would rather have Barack Obama as the president. If it came down to Obama or Biden, if you had to choose, okay? Even if you're a Republican, if you had to pick between those two. Just type it out in the live chat. Okay. Obama or Biden as the president? Okay, Google, how old is Barack Obama? I want to say it's like
60 years old.
Wow. So Obama's 60. A fresh 60 probably. Just leaving his 50s. So that is a lot younger. That's 25 years. Sheesh. Well, anyway. That's pretty crazy. Someone said this is the third Obama term. I don't know about that. Obama can't run again, and he's already done. I understand that there's a 2-term limit for American presidents. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if he could run for a third term, or in a hypothetical scenario where it's Obama or Biden for some reason, and you have to pick between one as the new president, who would you rather have right now? Just a hypothetical question, not based in reality. Well, something that's not based in reality, I don't know. It'd be cool if Michelle would run. Michelle Obama. Could you imagine that? Imagine Obama, okay, President Michelle Obama. I don't want to get emotional. I might get emotional talking about that. Like, that might make me a little misty. President Michelle Obama. Wow. Could you imagine? Imagine if Obama went from being the president to the first gentleman of the United States of America. What? That'd be incredible, y'all. Come on. Do not pretend like you would not love that. Could you imagine the storylines, the news? Would be amazing. Kamala is cool. But Michelle Obama, now that would be incredible. She was all about health, health for students, and trying to make sure that this nation's youth was healthy. I think that's one of Michelle Obama's big focus. I think, if I remember correctly, during her tenure as the first lady, she was that was like one of her main things, was like trying to make sure that people were healthy. I don't want to say fit. That sounds like I'm fat shaming, because I'm not. But anyway, like, President Michelle Obama. Ow. Anyway, that'd be pretty cool. Drop a 111 in the live chat if you agree. Or Oprah. Imagine. Now this is gonna really be wild. Okay, hypothetical scenario. And you could back or forth. I think it would be cool to have Michelle Obama run for president, but imagine Vice President Oprah Winfrey. Oh my gosh! Could you imagine? Okay, Michelle Obama and Oprah Winfrey. Look, hey, Trump, billionaire, media person, media, TV show kind of thing. Oprah Winfrey, female, cool, very awesome, inspirational, POC, very cool. Nothing wrong with that, obviously. Inspiring story of her overcoming hardships, I guess. I don't know her whole story, but could you imagine? And they could call it Oprama, like Oprah, Obama, like Brangelina, like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, like they did Brangelina, or Kim Kardashian and Kanye. What if they did like Oprama? Vote for Oprama, like Obama, Oprah. Democratic. That would be incredible. Could you imagine that? I mean, it'd be cool to have, like, I don't think Michelle would be the vice president if Oprah ran. But she'd probably be a fantastic vice president. Or she could be the president. President Oprah. President Winfrey. Pardon me. Ooh, that's a cool President Winfrey. There might be something there. I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just kidding around. But anyway. Ginger Ale's racist said, I'd say let's be humble for Joe Biden. He's a good guy. And I take back what I said. Here's a song for the guy to celebrate. Western. What is this now? Who sent this? This was sent by Ginger Ale's racist. This is a song for Obama or for Joe Biden.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by the you know the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Biden Joe to the old folks home, 'cause his mind don't even work no more. Gonna take Biden Joe to the old folks home.
This isn't even funny. This is like a
mind don't even work no more. Corn popping Cadillacs, Lady Gaga's got my back.
That's racist, so I'm just gonna click out of here. Not cool, man. Copper Ginge said, Wobbles McBiden proves that you can forget how to ride a bike Oh, that you can forget how to ride a bike. I've never seen a successful attempt at falling upwards on a stairway until now, thanks to this senile yeah, I've already no. Basically, you already used the robot. No, you're not sending me shit to my VO box. Loyal already responded to that. Saif Rashed spammed. Rajcab, golden golf cart. You don't have interest because wait, what is this now? You don't have interest because you know he'd kick your butt. Oh, you're talking about when? Oh, this is a bit of a delayed response. You're talking about when I said that I don't have any interest in fighting Gavin McInnes again. No, I don't have any interest in fighting a cheater and a sore loser. That's just, you know, I don't care. He has lost that privilege. And you know what he's gonna lose next? His white privilege. Because that's what the woke movement is aiming to do, is take away your white privilege, dismantle the patriarchy. Actually, no, I don't know about that. I don't know if the woke movement's aim is to take away your white privilege or dismantle the patriarchy. I don't know. I don't know what the woke movement's, you know, aim is. I don't know what their goals are, like the whole movement. I'm not trying to speak for the entire movement. And you know what? I don't know if Gavin McInnes is gonna lose his white male privilege. I don't know. But anyway, no, he's not a Chad. Shut your fucking mouth in the live chat, okay? Or don't. Just keep your ignorance away from my stream.
Cameron.
Loyal leftist. What is this now? Apologies, Copper. Much love always from Ricky. Oh, here's the video.
I'm a feminist who's had a women being treated unfairly.
Gavin kicked your body so bad you were on the verge of passing out after the second round.
No, I was not.
If the match had lasted 3 rounds, it would have turned into an impromptu snuff film on account
the match
of him
was
finishing
3
you off
rounds.
with an
Hey,
uppercut to
moron.
your left chin.
Hey, moron. The match actually did go for 3 rounds. So I guess you probably just didn't even watch the fight. So your opinion is it does not matter. It's irrelevant. Because I did go 3 rounds, I'm pretty sure. You're stupid. Anyway, ignoring you. Shut the fuck up, Copper Ginge. You're annoying. What is this video here? Loyal, someone named Leftist?
Don't let his disability fool you. This is a man with a deviant plan.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Are you excited?
I'm looking forward to this, man.
What do you want to do?
Show me something. Come here, man.
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Come on, man.
What's your plan here?
Look, this is not, but
You knew she was 13.
No, I didn't.
Well, I've got the transcript right here. So this is funny, right?
You know, I get all this information about...
Instead of taking responsibility, he tries to blame it all on the decoy.
I was prepared for them to come after me, but I wasn't prepared for the person coming at me the way she came out. She knew Bo, she knows me. I don't... Anyway,
It sounds like what you're trying to see is if you could score with a 13-year-old girl.
It's not about that.
But you did bring some things with you tonight.
Well...
So you brought condoms.
That's a different issue.
Doesn't seem so tonight.
Look, every child out there is capable...
There's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC.
Come on, man.
No, this isn't funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's really not funny.
Cameron.
Okay, can everyone please stop laughing in the live chat? That's not funny. Mr. Ginger Snap says, shut the hell up. Your president ramblings make you sound even more autistic. Okay. Wow. So now you're insulting autistic people by using the term autistic as an insult. Do you understand how that is problematic? Like, highly problematic? Calling somebody an autist or an autistic person is actually incredibly ableist. Like, calling them an autistic person as a way of insulting them. Nose here. Anyway, please stop being disrespectful. Okay, you know what? I'll be right back. Oh boy. Okay, I'm back now. Anyway, you know what? Just disregard the comments I made about Gavin. Okay, about not wanting to fight him. You know what? If he tried to fight me again, I'd beat his ass. I'm just kidding. You know, I don't care. I'm not prone to violence, and I'm not about violence. I'm not going to be violent. I don't need to be violent. Because I'm beyond that. I'm beyond the need to express these toxic, masculine... Well, you know, no. Women can be violent, too. All genders can be violent. You know, disregard all this. Just disregard all the comments I made during this stream. Just disregard them all. Disregard them all, or no, I don't care, whatever. I'm over it. Y'all have been rude for no fucking reason.
Gingers
I don't
have no
understand
friends
why.
and no one will have sex with them. They come out at night, they creep and crawl. Who does God hate most of all? Gingers. Who should have never been born? Gingers. Who's adopted? Gingers. Who belongs with floating turds in the fucking toilet bowl? Gingers.
Also, I know it's a new P.O. box now. You're gonna love it.
Baby, I'ma sing for you because I'm into you. And even if I love so dumb, I don't really care, I'll still be dreaming one day.
Hunter Biden will enter your house late at night and give you a fun time like he did for those prostitutes while shooting up crystal meth. Hashtag Trump 2024.
Why are
Hashtag
you
Let's
all...
Go Brandon.
Can I ask you a question? Why are you obsessed? This is an actual question. I'm genuinely curious here. Okay. Why do y'all care about Hunter Biden? In the live chat, if someone who's actually trying to answer it, be honest. What is the concern or the obsession? No, I don't want to call it. I don't want to even be insulting. I don't even want to be insulting. So disregard the obsession part. What is the interest? What is the intrigue about somebody's son? Like, yeah, I understand. Oh, it's the president's son. He's not doing things right. I mean, like, look, dude. We are not totally responsible. After a certain age, like, your kid is going to grow up. They're going to be in their 30s, 40s, you know, 50 years old plus, you know. I don't know how old Hunter Biden is, but, like, it's not Biden's fault. It's not Joe's fault. If Hunter's doing something nuts. I'm not saying he is. I honestly, I don't know much about the Hunter Biden situation. I'm just talking. Like, what the fuck is the issue? Like, people bring up, and again, I don't know much about the situation, but I'm assuming people bring up Hunter Biden as a way to attack Joe Biden. That's not the same person. You know, Hunter Biden, this is going to blow your fucking mind, or it might not. I'm just being sarcastic. Hunter and Joe are two different people, y'all. Hunter and Joe are two different people. Donald Trump and his kids, different people, you know. Donald Trump Jr. is not Donald Trump. President Biden, y'all. Anyway. Oh. But he used Joe's position of power to make a shit ton of money? Is that true? I don't know. I might need to get some people on Twitter to fact check it. Have the fact checkers approved of these comments? I know some of you are going to laugh, but we have fact checkers for a reason, because in a world full of disinformation, the internet is... Everybody's online. Well, not everybody. A lot of people are, in the West especially. But Xander says you're jacked. Oh, if you're saying I'm muscular, that's a nice compliment. I appreciate the compliment. If you're being serious. I don't know about jacked. I'm getting more toned. Just stretching. I'm on day 29 of working out every single day, so tomorrow will be a full month in a row. Chest tri, back bi, shoulders, legs, cardio, keto. 6 months. I think I got like 100 and something days left, 140 something days. I'm really trying to get in shape before October, before my birthday. So, I'm doing it for myself, not anybody else. So, anyway. Let's see here. Johnny Bonsacco, you are looking good, man. It's obvious you've been busting your ass. Thank you, Johnny Bonsacco. I appreciate that, man. It's very nice of you to say. True Copper looking pretty good. Thank you, Catacomby. Wow, some of you are being really nice. I really appreciate that. You're still quite husky, Cop. Up that cardio. You know, I do need to up the cardio. I lost, I think 11 pounds since I started about a month, coming up on a month ago. And for some reason, it's like I stopped losing weight. I dropped like 10, 11 pounds. And admittedly, I haven't been taking the keto as seriously as I should. Like today, my chicken salad. I asked for grilled chicken nuggets. Chick-fil-A. And I got fried. Now, I'm going to be honest. I asked for a side of grilled chicken nuggets. I didn't say on the salad. Because I wanted some extra chicken. I like chicken. And by the way, it's not bad for protein. And but on the salad, I did get fried chicken nuggets. And that's not keto friendly. It's still a salad, though. It's a chicken salad. But, hey, I work out every day. I do need to take keto more seriously. I can't complain about, the diet's not working if I'm not dieting. Like, I'm eating a lot less, and I'm eating a lot healthier, and I'm still working out every day. So, all in all, it's good. You don't want to get too burnt out. You don't want to try to do too many things at once and get yourself burnt out, and, you don't want to be miserable. But, yeah, I for some reason, I started, in the mid to low 280s. I'm a tall guy, so I carry my weight pretty well, I'd like to imagine, anyway. I don't, look that fat in person, you know what I'm saying? From the side, it's not like I've got, some massive gut, And I'm not fat-shaming people who do. But, I dropped 10 pounds. I dropped, 11 pounds, 10, 11 pounds. And, I can't seem to crack the 260s. I'm, right there at 270. And I can't. It's I get to 269, goes back up to 270. I'm just, I like to get to, 250. Because I look really good. If I'm working out and I'm toned. Because, muscle also adds weight. If I'm 250, 245, 250 at 6'2", and I'm toned 250, 245, not bad. I've been there before. Well, actually, I don't know about that, but anyway, yeah. I look pretty thin in the 240s. Well, for a short person, 240 would be pretty big. But if you're 6'2", 6'3", and you're working out every day and you're actually physically active, it's not bad. But anyway. Yeah. I might just do a caloric deficit, which is what worked for me before. The carb diet is cool, and it did work. I did go into ketosis. I had the little sticks that you piss on, and it tells you how many ketones your body's producing. And it was high. It was it got real dark purple on the end of the strip, the P strip, and it was producing a lot, so my body was burning fat to compensate for the loss of carbs I wasn't consuming. So it was burning actual fat, which is cool. Especially if you're working out too. So you're building muscle and burning straight up fat. That's a great way to do that, in my opinion. I'm not a dietitian though, so don't take my words here as gospel in terms of getting in shape, and everybody's different. But yeah, it just seems like caloric deficits work better for me. I don't know. That means eating less calories, counting your calories, your body generally I think the majority's people's bodies burn naturally, even if you're just sitting down or kind of walking around or going to school, whatever. I think it's roughly around 2,100 calories. So you'll see on the back, it'll say sometimes based on a 2,100 calorie diet. So if you're eating under 2,100 calories throughout the day, I guess, and again, I'm not a dietitian, it's if you just eat under that amount, your body will naturally burn more calories than you're consuming. So you'll slowly lose weight over a course of time, depending on how. And if you're very active, you have and again, if you're more active, you're hitting the treadmill, you're working out, you're burning calories, you're sweating a lot, you're playing volleyball, I play beach volleyball, I'm in a league, and you're doing things, then you'll burn even more. Obviously, you'll burn more calories throughout the day. So if you're still eating under 2,100 calories, you're going to lose weight faster. So I probably should do the caloric deficit because I'm really not low carbing these days. Like I'm not eating as much, but like I had fried chicken on my chicken salad today. Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. So good. Ooh, I love avocado lime ranch. It's my favorite dressing, by the way. Drop a 111 in the live chat if you also like a good Cobb salad from Chick-fil-A with some avocado lime ranch. So fucking good. If you haven't had that before and you like Cobb salads or like, you know, salads with eggs in them, and I get extra eggs on mine. Throw some extra fucking boiled eggs on there. Ooh, crush it up in the salad. Yummy. So fucking good. But anyway, 6 months from now, I should be in pretty good shape. Well, whenever October is. Okay, Google, how many days away is October 30th?
October 30th, 2022 is in 134 days.
So in 134 days, I should be in pretty good shape. So, yeah. Xander, how much water are you drinking on a daily basis? Probably not enough. I probably need to drink more water. It's a good point, even though I don't know if you're even trying to make a good point. But I do need to drink more water. I have not been drinking enough water lately, I think. I need to drink at least like a liter. You know. I probably do though. When I go to the gym, I'll take a few water bottles and I'll down them. Like I will down that water working out. Try not to do it too much because you don't want to get crampy, but I sweat. It's funny too. I don't really sweat when I'm on the treadmill. I was doing like 3 miles. I'll do 3 miles at a time or 4 miles some nights on the treadmill before I work out, before I hit weights, or at least I used to do that. I haven't been hitting treadmill for a while. I need to get back to doing cardio more too. No pun intended. I need to step up my game on the cardio. But I hurt my foot. I had it was really painful. Maybe I was just overexerting myself and I was working out. I was running way too much, going from like no activity like that to like that next, like the week I started, I was hitting the treadmill and I was fucking hitting the ground running again, no pun intended. And I was doing like 4 miles on the treadmill, like Monday, Tuesday I do 3 miles, Wednesday I do 4 miles. So I was killing it on the treadmill, but I don't really sweat that much on the treadmill. You think I would, right? 'Cause I'm a bigger guy, but I don't. I sweat more when I'm lifting weights. I sweat more when I'm like doing bench press or like dumbbells or like overhead, dumbbell press. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really sweat that much though on the treadmill, but yeah, it is what it is. We're all different, right? Too bad, copy boy. It's already being sent, Evil Ant said. Also, wink wink, I know it's a new P.O. box. Yeah, I already said. I'm not hiding a new P.O. I have a new P.O. box. I've had one for a while now, but I think I've told Aubrey to put it out there before. I don't mind if people send things in the mail, as long as they're safe and they're not stupid, or it's not like a piece of actual dog shit or like a dildo. Gross. But if you want to write like a letter or something, you can read it on stream. The bigot. Hunter Biden. Yeah, again, the Hunter Biden. Oh, that's what I was responding to. Yeah, Hunter Biden's such a weird thing. People get so weird about people's kids. Like, not people's kids, but like the president. Oh, president has a dysfunctional family. I mean, like, look, people aren't perfect. Sometimes you're gonna have a kid that grows up and maybe, regardless of how you raise them, maybe they just kind of, whether it's like bad friends or what, they get pulled in not a very good direction and they end up being not great people. I don't know. But I don't think that's totally Joe Biden's fault. So I don't know why people use somebody like Joe Biden's kid to try to attack him. That's just a weird concept. I don't think that Joe Biden should be held responsible for everything that his son does after a certain age. I think once your son's moved out and they're like in their like late 20s or early 30s or whenever they move out, if they're of like legal age, if they're an adult, and it's like, okay, what, he gets in a fucking, he gets a fender bender? What, am I paying for the fender bender? No, like my son, like, that's goofy. But anyway, moving on. You know.
Taste me, try me. I'm too nice. Like to shout, like to scream.
Trump 2024 Allahu Akbar. Trump 2024 Allahu Akbar. Trump 2024 Allahu Akbar. Saddam Hussein will come back and rule the world, make Trump great again. And there's only two gender, you either have a banana or orange split.
An orange split? What the fuck are you talking about?
I like to sing it all day long. I'll teach you the words, then you can sing along.
Hey Mufchin, you know what's irrelevant? Leftist imbeciles like yourself who believe that your toxic, contrived drivel actually resonates with the population. You feed out of the greasy hands of the ruling classes you claim to be fighting against. Loser.
Your words, they're so piercing, they hurt. Whatever, fucking dumbass. I was being sarcastic. Your words don't bother me at all. They're not piercing, and they don't hurt me at all. It's stupid. But anyway. Copper Ginge, listen, you know, you just don't get it, do you? Copper Ginge, you just don't get it. You just don't get it, do you, Scott? You just don't get it. Here, let me let somebody else tell you. You just
Close the tank!
don't get it.
Wait, aren't you gonna assume it all went to plan? What? I have a gun in my
Copper
room.
Ginge,
You give me
you
5
just
seconds, I'll get
don't
it.
get
I'll come
it.
back down here. Boom! I'll blow their brains out.
Scott, you just don't get it, do you? You don't.
You don't. Copper Ginge, you know, you just don't get it. You don't. No, you don't bother me. Anyway. Catacomby. In the live chat I see well, there it's popped up on my screen. I was reading the live chat. It says here Catacomby been a member for 9 months. Lovely. I'm of course being sarcastic. I am not a fan of the rotten eggs. It would be really cool if Aubrey, you know what would be awesome? October 30th would be a great birthday present if Aubrey, okay, one of many great birthday presents would be Aubrey changing the name, however she fucking does that. I don't know how you do that. I don't know how to fucking navigate YouTube, and it's kind of embarrassing to admit, but I'm not really embarrassed. I'm not that kind of tech savvy person. Change the fucking name from rotten eggs, okay, to good apples, or green, like the color of the names in the live chat when you join the rotten eggs. A green apple, a good apple, with a little, take that little green egg and just shift it from an egg shape like that, okay, just go to an apple shape. Be very simple, wouldn't be jarring for people, probably wouldn't even, some people might not even notice the difference in the little icon. I don't like rotten eggs. The concept, because it makes fun of my head shape, which I don't have an egg head. I don't even get that. It's not even a funny joke. And it's like rotten, like toxic, like Joker green. It's just I used to make the Discord in my Discord server. It still is that way. I had people that I considered, you know, they were good, that they have gained a lot of favor, you know, with the community, in particular. The you know, CopperCab army, not army, but I would have them called good apples, and the color would be green, as opposed to the rotten, or the clowns that would have the red roll. So it's like fucked up, because it's a little confusing for some people. You know, imagine you are someone who is just a regular viewer of the streams. You don't join the server, that's fine, but you go from the streams and then you join the Discord community, which is active and cool. You join, and then it's like people that are green are getting yelled at, or maybe they're being avoided, which you want to avoid rotten eggs. But like on the streams, but then you join the Discord server, and people are green, they're good. The little confusing. So green is meant to be a color, you know, to designate somebody as a non-toxic person. But then Aubrey, okay, had the bright idea to make the green the rotten eggs. Okay, like, I do not like green eggs and ham. Like a fucking Dr. Seuss, which is also, by the way, Dr. Seuss is problematic. I'm pretty sure he got canceled for some racist books. But rotten eggs, green eggs, okay? It's not funny. It's not cool, okay? So just maybe change that. Dolly in the live chat, joining the rotten eggs was the biggest mistake of her life, she says. I don't want to assume they, she, her. I don't want to assume your pronouns, Dolly, but pretty sure you're a woman, right? Dolly said that the whole ordeal threw her into psychosis. What the fuck? That's pretty rough. You know? It's pretty tough. Well, I noticed that you're no longer a rotten egg, Dolly. So hopefully you've recovered fully from that problematic period. If it was problematic. I mean, one could assume. I don't know though. So, anyway. You just don't get it, do you? Class clowns. You know, you just, you know, you could just vote Trump and you could just like vote Trump and do this and that. You know, guys, why not have Joe Biden president? You just don't get it.
Room, you give me 5 seconds, I'll get it. I'll
Listen,
come back down
Republicans.
here. Boom! I'll blow their brains out.
No, shut up.
Scott.
Male.
You just don't get it, do you?
You just don't get it.
You don't.
You don't.
It's no hassle.
What do you?
But all I'm saying, they're gonna get a. I'm just.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Look, let me tell you a little story about a man named
Even before you start, that
was a
preemptive shh.
Preemptive shh. I'm gonna start shushing all of you. If you ever use the bot against me again, I'm just gonna go shh. And then I win, and then I get to laugh at it too. I might start laughing at the bot. I might actually start laughing at the bot. I won't be laughing with you, but I'll be laughing at you. But I'll be laughing too. Ooh, shh. Some Zone Cat in the live chat said that's Copper in the chat. Shh.
Who's there? Shh.
Wait, who's the chat? Are you saying that Dr. Evil's the chat and the ginger over here's me? That's not, no, I would not be Scott Evil in that scenario. I would be the teacher, the leader, who also happens to have a shaved head. Look at that. You got one with red hair and then one with a shaved head. You're seeing the evolution of CopperCab right here. Early 2010s and modern day. Just take the hair over here on this head, transplant it onto the mouth, the beard, okay? And you got CopperCab. Watch this. Ready? You ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. Look at that. And there's the class clowns over here. We're going to go ahead and make it a bit. Give them their little red hair puffs like the clowns generally have. Maybe give them a little red nose coming off their face from the side. That's a better example, okay? Chat, you know, you just don't get it. You just don't get it, do you? You just, chat, wait, whoops, chat. You just don't get it. Shut the fuck up. Of course, I'm not evil. Okay, I'm not an evil person. I'm not a fascist. But, just a little funny scenario. No, I'm not Dr. Evil, okay? Don't call me that. Seriously, Dr. Evil is a capitalist. And a fascist. And probably a bigot. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's not. I don't know. I don't know what Dr. Evil's politics are.
But all I'm saying, they're gonna get. I'm just. Knock, knock. Who's there? Look, let me tell you a little story about a man named. Even before you start, that was a preemptive.
It's a preemptive.
Just know I have a whole bag of with your name on it.
Just know that, live chat. Just know that, class clowns. I have a whole bag of with your name on it. All right? I'm serious. So the fuck up. All right? I'm not Dr. Eggman. Copper's the villain of YouTube, LOL. No, I am not. I am not! I'm not a villain. Okay? Don't call me a villain of YouTube. All right? I'm a nice guy. Look at me. Hi. I'm a nice guy, okay? I'm not a villain. I have your best interest. Well, I don't have your best interest at heart. I am somebody who I'm passionate, and we might have some disagreements, whether that be politically or otherwise, and that's fine, I suppose. I am not somebody who is trying to burn books. I'm not trying to take away your right to have freedom of speech or free thought. I just think that hate speech should be illegal, and I think that you shouldn't be a bigot, but I'm not telling you that you are not allowed to be a bigot. I just don't. Listen, this is the thing with cancel culture. People are like, oh, you're trying to take away my freedom of speech. No. If you get canceled, okay, that's first of all your own doing. Be responsible for yourself. If you're an adult, okay, take responsibility for your actions. It's not cancel, okay? It's consequence culture. Just because, okay, listen, you have freedom of speech does not mean you get to have a job working as a police officer, okay? For example, I'm just throwing a random example out. This is a hypothetical. If there is video footage found of you saying the N-word or being a racist, well, you probably aren't going to keep your job as a police officer. Now, is that affecting your right to freedom of speech? No. You still have the right, I suppose, to be a fucking asshole and a bigot and a racist prick and a jerk. But your right to freedom of speech does not guarantee you a job as a police officer or a nurse or a teacher or a construction worker or a delivery driver or whatever your job is. Okay? You know, if you're a hardworking, honest working person, hey, props. But if you're a fucking bigot, well, you might get canceled on Twitter, and that might, end with you losing your job. That's not cancel culture, folks. That's just that's accountability. That's consequences, okay? It's called consequences. Like, you get caught being an asshole. People complain to your employer, hey, this employee's a fucking asshole to me and others. If you're the employer, does it not make a little bit of sense, folks, to remove what could be a problem from your office or your workspace by firing them? I mean, you know what I mean? So people shout about cancel culture. It's not canceling. It's called consequences. Okay? So, I'm a victim of cancel culture. I mean, maybe you are a victim of cancel culture. I don't know. Maybe I'm not the most intelligent. Well, no, I am a genius. I am intelligent, but maybe I don't know all the facts about cancel culture. Look, I don't get myself involved with the whole cancel culture movement. I've never been into that. Kind of the Twitter, not the Twitter mob, but like, it's not mob mentality necessarily. It's just like, that's not the kind of group I involve myself with on Twitter. I just kind of lurk on Twitter sometimes and look at what Elon's tweeting on the other. And honestly, mostly I just look up Star Wars shit. Kind of a geek. Yeah. I like pop culture and Star Wars and Marvel. Oh my gosh. How about Kenobi? Started off a bit slow, but that last episode, I think it's been long enough. Hey, spoiler alert for everybody, okay? Right now, I'm issuing a spoiler alert for the last episode that came out. Episode, I think, 5 of Obi-Wan Kenobi with Darth Vader. 3, 2, 1. You can mute, and I'll do this when the spoiler alert's over, okay? I'll go. Okay? So starting now, spoiler alert. Obi-Wan Kenobi, wow. That fucking Darth Vader scene with him grabbing the fucking ship, freezing it midair like some Jedi, the Force Unleashed shit. And just fucking making that fucking shit land. And he just shreds the ship. Just pulls it a fucking apart. Like, what the fuck? He's pissed. That was pretty wild. I haven't been like super into some of the episodes. You get your cool moments, and then you also have your boring sequences. I mean, it is what it is. It's not gonna be total action every scene. You have to have a story too, but it's still just like, ugh. You saved Leia once already, and then she gets kidnapped by Reva. All right, now you gotta save her again. It's like, all right, how many fucking times is Obi-Wan gonna have to save baby Leia? It's the same story twice. Why do you need to do that? Move on. You don't need to repeat the same plot. Especially when you're only doing, supposedly, 6 episodes. That's all you're giving us is 6 episodes. And then one of the episodes is like 30 minutes long. That's kind of lame. Like, if it's a 6-episode miniseries, make them like an hour each. Like, what's wrong with that, you know? It's like a trilogy. 6 hours in total. That's like 3 2-hour movies. Like a trilogy. I don't know. Anyway. Supposedly they're going to make it into a film. They're going to, like, recut the whole show together and, like, make it into, like, a big epic film or something. I don't know. And then put it in theaters for, like, a limited run or something. That might be cool. See if they change anything in terms of editing for, like, a theatrical release. I don't know. They're going to put out, like, a 5-hour movie. I don't know if anybody would want to go and see that. So I wonder what they would cut to, like, shorten the time length of the film. Anyway, that Vader shot was fucking epic. That was like a highlight of the whole series so far. I'm excited to see what happens next. I think that they have to fight again, Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. They might not, though. I don't know. Also, Hayden Christensen back as Anakin Skywalker. Ooh, pretty cool. Anyway, all right, no more spoilers now. I'm gonna stop talking about it, but. That being said, enough geeking out about Star Wars. I want to geek out a little bit more. Just a little bit more, though. I want to talk about... I've been watching a show that I thought that... I was not interested. I was like... I saw it on, like, Disney Plus, and I was like, eh. I like the Marvel stuff. I've pretty much watched, I think, everything that they put out. Except... maybe there's other stuff that I haven't watched all the way through, but maybe. That's a big maybe. I don't know, though. But I didn't care about the Moon Knight stuff. I was watching it and I got bored, and I'm just not interested. Oscar Isaac or whatever his name is, the actor who was in Star Wars too, played Poe Dameron. Whatever. Nothing against the actor or whatever or even the show. It just wasn't that interesting to me. But I'll tell you this though, Miss Marvel, what the fuck? Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, wow. The editing in the show is so good. The production in it, I don't need to spoil anything. There's only 2 episodes out right now. You should go check it out if you like the Marvel stuff and like the MCU and you're like called up with that stuff and you like the movies. Check out Miss Marvel if you get the chance. If you're bored some night and you're like, I'm eating something, maybe I'm having lunch or maybe dinner, maybe you're just like watching TV while you eat. Maybe that's what you do, and you want something to watch, or maybe you're just bored and you just have some time, maybe some ice cream or something, or popcorn, or just whatever, just watch the movie. It's a good show. The editing is really cool. The production's really cool. It's almost like there are some shots that might even remind you a little bit of Into the Spider-Verse with the Miles Morales stuff, like the way the editing works. Like sometimes they'll be texting, and instead of just showing you that on the phone, they'll use like neon lights in the street. It's like, it's interesting. It's an interesting Miss Marvel texting sequence. Like here, check this out real quick. Check out this production. Okay, so she's texting. And then so her lights in on her star thing. And then watch here. This is just one of the editing things, and like that. But then check this out. So the camera follows him, right? Like a dolly shot. Camera follows him, and then watch the neon signs over here. Here, I'll move me out of the way for a second. See, there's a little texting bubble, little dots, like when you're texting somebody. What now? Like it says, what now on the street sign. And then like it's like these little neat little, cause like you could just put the phone screen up and like have them having a conversation, or you could do it creatively. Like, that's interesting. Anyway, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But like that's not even what makes the show cool. That's just like a neat little thing that I remembered from one of the episodes. But the Miss Marvel show is pretty good. I like it. So if you don't, that's fine too. You don't have to like everything. Yeah. I don't really think that spoiled anything. Just like a random text combo. But anyway. Pimpernel, the acting is like sister. What do you mean? Oh, you watched it? It tries too hard? Pimpernel, are you talking about Miss Marvel, or are you talking about Obi-Wan? What are y'all talking about? C-3PO's Mary Poppins? What? Anyway. So I put out a tweet the other day. I wanted to talk, well, not talk about it very much, but I did put out a tweet the other day, and it got a bunch of likes or whatever. That's not the point. But the tweet was before and after taking psilocybin mushrooms. Okay, I put the biggest physical effect it had on me seems to be the restoration of my hair follicles. I put, in the past 12 hours, my hair is fully regrown, and it's already down past my shoulders, okay? And I had changed my Twitter name to Dr. Copper, just joking around. This was a joke, folks. No, I did not take psilocybin fucking mushrooms. I have no interest in that. And my hair did not regrow to, like, full, restoration. And like, my hair did not grow past my shoulders. That was actually Aubrey's hair, draped over my head. No, don't call me Ginger Jesus, please. That could be offensive to people. But anyway. But no, I did not take mushrooms. That was a joke. So if anyone ever tries to be like, how is it possible? What do you mean? Oh, someone responded, how is it possible, just a moment ago. Or was it just a moment ago? 9:42 p.m. It's 10:03. 10:04 now. Anyway, I did not actually ingest anything like that. I don't approve of drug usage, just so we're clear. I wanted to clarify that on stream. Although I was joking around, there's nothing funny about drug usage or abuse. Any kind of abuse, but drug abuse. Something funny about that. And, watch out for people trying to push drugs onto you. It's just not good to do. Drugs are not good. But anyway. Right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just stop the stream now. And tomorrow is Sunday, and I'll be streaming. I was going to talk a little bit about the Secretary of Health for the United States of America. She might be the first trans woman Secretary of Health for the USA. It is Pride Month. I've hardly talked about the LGBT, and it's Pride Month. It's June. So, I thought I could discuss some of the LGBT stuff and some of the achievements that some LGBT members have made. Joe Biden appointing the first, let me see, Secretary of Health. Is that her title? Secretary of Health? There was a tweet that was put out on Twitter. Obviously, it's a tweet. Let me see Twitter. Here we are. So, Secretary of Health Twitter. 80 something. Rachel. Is this her? So this is Rachel. Rachel Levine or Levine or Levin. I'll say Levin, but I don't know if I'm butchering that or not, that name. Dr. Rachel Levin's a doctor. Assistant Secretary for Health. Pretty cool. So, what's this now? April 30th? Today, many of our fellow human beings across the country call for our attention because they are being attacked and they see lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer Americans. Oh, that's not good. That's a sad tweet. Well, here's a tweet that this is June 16th, so a couple of days ago. When the first openly gay press secretary, so that I guess that's the press secretary there, and apparently she's the first openly gay one, which is pretty cool. If this tweet is correct, I don't have any fact checkers to approve this, but who knows? I don't know. When the first openly gay press secretary and the first openly trans, HHS, whatever that means, I'm not sure. Health secretary, anyway, and 4-star admiral, and 4-star admiral. Wow, meet at the White House during Pride. Whoa, proud to be a part of an administration where everyone can see themselves reflected in leadership. That is incredible. It's an incredible tweet. We've come so far. Here's to shattering more ceilings. Look at that. It's beautiful. How could you not be inspired by this, folks? Like, even if you're not a Democrat. Look at that. That's inspirational. Don't you think that, that's cool. Pardon me, let's scroll up. Well, they got the updated the pride flag there. It's interesting, right? Pretty cool. Was Karen Jean-Pierre, maybe? Is it like a French name? I'm not sure exactly. But anyway. Wonder what float is Mrs. Jill Biden is up to. Only following 5 people, Jill Biden. She's got nearly 4 million followers. What? She's following La Casa Blanca, which is, I guess, Spanish for the White House. President Biden. Oh, a White House. Douglas something Imhoff, whatever, and VP. Ugh, what a queen. Look at that banner right there. Happy Pride Month. Look at that. Wait, is Joe Biden's Happy Pride Month? Let's see. President of the United States, Happy Pride Month with the presidential seal. Look at that. The strides that people have made. The adversity people have overcome this country.
I'm just a dumb redhead ginger. You better run. I watch your soul. I'm just a pale freckled ginger.
Dear Mr. Copper, did I see old... oh, wait, pardon me. What is this? Hold on now. Catacomb had left a comment. They had been a member of the Rotten Eggs for 9 months in a row. I don't think I read their message, though. They said, taking off, but hell yeah, for that dedication. Staying motivated isn't easy, but your hard work is definitely showing. Keep it up. Well, I appreciate... I know this is a late reply, but I appreciate that. They sent that 28 minutes ago. It's a very nice compliment, or a nice comment. Maybe not even a compliment, but a nice comment, Catacomb. Appreciate that. Titanium Taxi, dear Mr. Copper. Did I see old Sleepy Joe fall off a bicycle today? Okay, his name is not Sleepy Joe. His name is Joe Biden. And you should address him appropriately because he is the president of the country that you might live in. I'm not interested in where you're from, but, you know, if you're being rude. Anyway, he needs to lower gas prices, not fall off bicycles. Damn it. Respectfully, exclamation mark. Is that respectful? Is that a respectful comment? It doesn't sound very, it doesn't read very respectful. So, I don't know about that one. Titanium Taxi. Stupid fucking name, anyway. Anyway. Well. Round of applause for the incredible job that Joe Biden has been doing. You know. Okay, no. That's not the right applause. Fucking. I clicked the wrong fucking video? Okay, better. Here we are. Round of applause. You know, guys, I really need to eat something. I know I don't seem like I'm high energy today, obviously, but my stomach is now, like, I'm actually starting to have pains in my stomach, so I am going to stop the stream so I can go get something to eat for dinner. Because it's past 10. It's 10:11 p.m. And I'm really hungry. All I have eaten today. The entire day. Other than, like, these, you saw me eat a few of these chips. Didn't even finish the bag. Had a chicken salad. I need to eat something. So I'm going to go. I'm going to eat something. I'll stream tomorrow. We'll have some fun. We'll do a whole Pride LGBT stream. It'll be so much fun. Maybe we'll do some video reactions as well. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow. And join the Discord if you want to. Discord.gg/CopperCab. Link is in the bottom of the description, I think. Bye.